checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And for Washington, we've got Bilal Coulibaly. Keyshawn George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr, and it's McCollum in at the point guard. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Timberwolves. Middleton outside. Back to McCollum. It's up a three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Wow, I just love how McCollum responded with that three of his own, showing you what a competitive player he is.
Here's McDaniels. 8 points his last outing. Randall against Middleton. Clock at 4. Here's Randall. And Sarr pulls it down. George passes to Middleton. Back to George. It's stolen by Gobert. DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by McCollum. Edwards. And he banks in the lane. Edwards got 5 points so far.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
Sarr, the pass to McCollum. Now Coulibaly. 6 to shoot. Pass to Middleton. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now DiVincenzo. Randall down low, defended by Middleton. Randall with the bucket.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Now here's McCollum. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Middleton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And if you foul Middleton in the act, you may as well chalk the point up. He's always been a very consistent free throw shooter.
Tim, this is going to hit home, and I'm sorry about it, but it's going on 5 decades since the Washington Wizards have enjoyed a 50-win season.
Kevin, you're breaking my heart. A couple generations have passed. So if this rebuild requires some patience, fans in the DMV are saying, what's a few more years?
Middleton, no good on the free throw. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Randall outside. Back to DiVincenzo. For 3, Edwards. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Now, here is George. No scoring in this one. Pass to McCollum. There's the triple. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 5. DiVincenzo with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And you don't see that kind of quickness from your bigs very often. Randall with great hands there. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Sarr finds Koulibaly. Pulls it up. And another miss by Washington. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Pass to McDaniels. Randall a screen on George. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Wizards trail by 8. Here's the lob to the hoop. Sarr's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. For 3, Edwards. Rebounded by the Wizards. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
They prevented their opponent from ever getting into a comfort zone. They were just very disruptive.
Middleton, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And I like how Middleton seemed unbothered by the shot contest there. What an effort.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
That one good for 2. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Middleton. He's defended by Randall. A fadeaway, and good that time. He's got 7. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Gobert with a screen on Koulibaly. For 3, Edwards. And Sarr pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 7. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 5. Outside Edwards. His 4th miss of the game. He's made 3. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Pass to Edwards for 3. Edwards with another miss.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Here's Middleton. Five on the clock. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now just a 1-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Wizards have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Pass to Middleton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Timberwolves shooting 43% since taking the floor today. And he makes that one. McDaniels got his 2nd basket of the night.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Middleton outside. Back to McCollum from past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Washington making some changes. Marvin Bagley comes in for Chris Middleton. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for Koulibaly. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for Julius Randle. Dillingham's checked in for Edwards. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. So it's Minnesota now. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Dillingham. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Bagley with a screen on Clark. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Now Dillingham. Three-pointer. That one, no good. To the paint. Stolen by McDaniel. Conley with it. Now defended by McCollum. Back to Conley. Pass to Reed. Sarr against McDaniel. Pocket 6. From outside, off the mark.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Here's Conley. McDaniels dishes to Conley. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Sarr. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, that's just too much Alex Sarr there. At about 7 feet, he is a lot to handle.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this one.
And the big fella Alex Sarr showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game and has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. The three-pointer is right on target.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Here's Sarr, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. George sets a screen. Carrington tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
To the inside. Out to Miller. From deep. Rebound, Washington. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. With it. 6 points for him. Here's Bagley. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And how about the strength on display there? Even when you whack Bagley, he's outstanding at fighting through it.
For Washington, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. So for the Wizards, Cam Whitmore. He's checked in for Alexander Sarr. Kisper comes in for George. And it's Johnson in for C.J. McCollum. And a change for the Timberwolves. Randall's checked in. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Here's Dillingham. Scoreless thus far. Now, here's Kispert. He's covered by Clark. Johnson outside. Over Dillingham. Johnson, good. And the Wizards lead by 8. Here's Conley. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Pass to Randall. The tray. Rebound by the Wizards.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
It's stolen by Randall. And here's the break. Now, here's Reed. And here is Conley. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. As on Cam Whitmore.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Washington heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
Carlton Carrington is out there with Johnson. Then there's Kispert. Then there's Marvin Bagley. And it's Champagny in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Buck Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back to you guys.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Randall finds Conley. And here is Clark. There's the three. That shot missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
He takes it in. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Clark. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Johnson outside. Yep, that one goes in there. Johnson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Randall outside. Clark outside. Shot clock at 6. Randall no good. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
Wizards leading by 11. Pass to Carrington. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lets it go with the 3. Randall grabs the board. Timberwolves trail by 11. Over to the left wing. Dillingham wide open and he fires. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. To the middle. Kispert bounce pass. Now Carrington, still without a basket. The Wizards with another miss. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Conley. Randall outside. A 3-ball. Rebound, Washington. Bagley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Carrington. No good there. And Reed has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Randall outside. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Randall's got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. 4th, Alex Sarr.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
And so it's Washington with it. Here's Carrington. Still scoreless. Fires the three. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Now Randall, defended by Carrington. McDaniels outside. Just 4 to shoot. Plenty of space. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Koulibaly. He had 10 points in the win against Milwaukee. Middleton against Randall. Now here's Middleton. Defense right on him. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. McDaniels outside. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Now here's McCollum. He picked up 18 points in the last one against the Bucks in Milwaukee. He's off on that one.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Here's Middleton. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. McDaniels outside. Pass to Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
Koulibaly with it. Edwards defending. Middleton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Here's McDaniels. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And a wide open look for Sarr. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Sarr's got 9.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Back to DiVincenzo. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Edwards inside. He's defended by Koulibaly.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Now here's Middleton. 13 points in the game. Sarr with a screen on DiVincenzo. McCollum, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Down low. Here's Randall. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
McCollum outside. Koulibaly with a screen on Randall. Pass to Koulibaly. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 5. Randall with the ball. He's got 10. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by George. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Middleton. And it goes down 2 points. Middleton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Randall outside. Back to DiVincenzo. Edwards looking it over. Randall with a screen for Edwards. 3-pointers off the mark.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
It's stolen by Randall. McDaniels against George. McDaniels kicks to Randall. Has to Gobert. Stolen by Middleton. Now Sarr. 9 points in the game so far. Now here's George for the 3. And rebounded by McDaniels. Middleton against Randall.
2 minutes remaining in the second.
And here is DiVincenzo. Hasn't made one yet. He had a nice open look right there. McDaniels got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Timberwolves. Wizards leading by 4. Pass to Koulibaly. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. And the layup's good off the glass. Middleton's got 17.
Great to see Middleton producing like this. You can tell he loves to be a factor in his team's success.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Washington. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season. .127 left to play here in the second quarter. To Gobert. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Trains the 3-pointer. DiVincenzo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Middleton outside. Back to McCollum beyond the arc. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Pass to Koulibaly. And here's Middleton. Fires for 3. And that is no good. Now shooting 8 for 12 from the floor. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. George with the bounce pass. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton. And another miss by Washington. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open options offensively.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at the Nets matchup, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control.
In general, Ant plays mean. You look at some of his dunk, and it's like he's picking up the defender and putting him right through the rim.
Yeah, he plays with some bad intentions. Scary guy to face, I would assume. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Wizards trail by 5. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Up to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Outside, George. Pass to Middleton. The 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 5. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Kevin, back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. So, the pass to McCollum. Up and in on the layup. McCollum's got 8 points.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Now Edwards. It's up a 3. The 3 ball from Anthony Edwards.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor, as complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Inside. Gobert against Song. 4 on the shot clock. George passes to Middleton. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
McDaniels outside. Edwards. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Wizards trail by 5. Outside, George. Middleton outside. Takes a 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
And that's his second 3 of the half. He is starting to cook from deep.
Randall passes to McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. Back to McDaniel. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Washington. Pass Pass to Koulibaly. The Wizards working the ball around now. Middleton against Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems. And at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. That one drops. He ties it up.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring when Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Edwards, good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
Here's Sarr. He's got 9. Middleton up top. Pass to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. The shot's good. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, it looked like the defense was there for the challenge, but C.J. McCollum showing you his ability to fight through that.
Now, Gobert. Randle outside. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Back to McCollum for the lead. Yes, it is. Boy, that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Here's McDaniels from outside the arc. The offensive rebound. And finished off by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Now, Koulibaly. Outside, George. Koulibaly against Edwards. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Gobert. DiVincenzo passes to Randle.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randle to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Outside, George. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Middleton against Randle. In the corner, it's Sarr. Pocket 6. Here's McCollum. And the shot is long. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And a chance to catch up on some numbers and a scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And they are racking up the assist totals because they're moving the ball selflessly. You're seeing great chemistry out there.
The free throw drops from McDaniels. Timberwolves leading by 3. Right side, Edwards. Got it. Edwards converts for 2.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
Pass to Koulibaly. Now here's Middleton. He's defended by Randall. They need this. And no good. Trying to use the glass. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now here's McDaniel. He's got 14. Koulibaly against Edwards. Over Koulibaly. Edwards, no good. Wizards trail by 5. Pass to George. Now McCollum. George with the screen on DiVincenzo. Now here's Middleton. Lets it go with a 3. And another miss by Washington. McCollum against DiVincenzo. McDaniel sets a screen for Randall. Rebounded by McCollum. Washington has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Timberwolves leading by 5. Randall outside. McDaniels outside. Outside for Randall. Randall is doubled. Jacks up a 3. Washington with the rebound. Saunders got his 6th rebound on the night. Wizards passing it around. George with the bounce pass. On the wing, Koulibaly. He's defended by Randall. That shot wide open. McCollum's got 16 points.
Well, that's part of what makes McCollum a great player. He can find a way to score off the ball.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And even with good coverage defensively, that he has confidence to drill the 3.
Outside, George. In the corner, it's Saar. For the tie. And he hits it to tie the game up. 11 points in the game.
Physical defense, but the strength training already kicking in for Saar.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. To the middle. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Bagley, he's checked in for the Wizards. Carlton Carrington comes in for C.J. McCollum. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Wizards have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Middleton outside. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the coaching staff encourages Middleton to attack because they know he's more than capable of drawing fouls.
No good on that one.
And the experience and consistency Middleton offers is valuable to this team. He's still such an important player.
Johnson, he's checked in for Koulibaly. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Edwards. And he sinks the second. Conley with it. Outside, Reed. Out to Conley. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Middleton dishes to George. The tray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Outside Conley. Out to the wing. Here's Dillingham. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Here's Middleton. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Middleton's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And you watch Bud Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
Johnson outside. Count it, good. Johnson's got his third basket of the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. Rebound by Johnson.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now, here's Bagley. He's guarded closer. Carrington finds Bagley. Nice ball movement by Washington. And they take the lead. And it's a 3-point Washington lead.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Reed. Right side, Conley. Reed against Bagley. Shot to stop the run. Washington with the rebound. And here's George for three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Chris Middleton has been on display for the Wizards. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Johnson is out there with Kispert. Then there's Marvin Bagley. Then there's Carlton Carrington. And it's McCollum in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Juzang, good.
Keeping his options open. Randall would rather pass out if his look isn't there.
Johnson outside. Back to Carrington. Tries it from the top of the key. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Randall outside. Takes the 3. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. Shoots it. And Kispert the bucket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shannon. Pass to Juzang. Buries it from 3-point range. Juzang's got 6 here in this quarter. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
McCollum kicks to Johnson. Conley against McCollum. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. McCollum's got 12 points here in the second half.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Here's Conley. Fires the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
McCollum kicks to Kispert. Johnson down low, and that one is good. Johnson's got it all tied up now for Washington.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Shannon passes to Reed. Fires the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Johnson outside. McCollum with the screen for Johnson. And it's Kispert in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves leading by 3. Reed kicks to Conley. Pass to Shannon. And here's Randall, defended by Kispert. Randall left side. Over Kispert. Randall no good.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
McCollum, another one falls for Washington.
And the offense has just flowed through McCollum all night, whether that's finding people or repeatedly attacking like he does right there.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Wizards making a switch here. Sarge checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Edwards is checked in. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, "Let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done." So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. And then Reed slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Carrington. Edwards defending. And finished off by Bagley.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip. Now Conley. Outside Edwards. To the paint. Here's Shannon. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Washington making some changes. Chris Middleton's checked in for Marvin Bagley. George comes in for Johnson. And it's Koulibaly in for Carlton Carrington. Wizards trail by 3. McCollum with the screen on Edwards. McCollum outside. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's 5 threes for him tonight and his 3rd of the half.
McDaniel sets a screen for Randall. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
It's stolen by Randall. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Pass to Middleton. Over Randall. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 35 points for Chris Middleton. Minnesota's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the 4th quarter so far. And here is Conley. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good from outside.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has has been the one differentiator thus far.
Koulibaly with it. Picked up by Edwards. To take the lead. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. Unloads from 13. And there's Edwards on the assist by Gobert. Edwards got 28 points for the game.
And that's what they're looking for from Edwards. Scoring from all areas of the court, even mid-range, keeps the defense honest.
McCollum fires from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. McCollum's got 10 points in the quarter.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Outside, Edwards. Back to Conley. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Here's McCollum. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that, to the middle. And it's blocked.
Sharp defensive instincts from the rookie. Sarr using those long arms to knock that one away.
Middleton finds McCollum. Sweet move. Gobert with the block. Randall against George. McDaniels outside. No one near Randall as he lets it go. No good on the three. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Wizards. Yes, that goes in. McCollum's got the game tied up here for Washington.
And he's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
Back to Conley. Here's Randall. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in.
One thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Pass to George. Back to McCollum. Kicks it down to Middleton. From past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Minnesota with it. DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. DiVincenzo with the screen on Koulibaly. Now here's Randall. 5 to shoot. Over Middleton. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Randall's got 21 in the game.
And with his strength, Randall can finish through the contact better than most. It's part of what makes this guy so valuable.
Hands it from downtown. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
To the inside. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so George will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Middleton outside. And the three misses. The Timberwolves trade. It's Randall. Outside Edwards. Shakes him. Connects on the jump.
Such a gutsy player. Edwards wants to be the guy taking big shots.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Wizards dancer.
They lead by 1. Outside George. McCollum outside. And get the 3. The Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's McDaniel. And the layup is off. Washington's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Now Koulibaly. Missed on the 3. Now Edwards. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hands off. Here's Middleton. It's stolen by Randall. Now DiVincenzo. That's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. And wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the play.
McCollum, Middleton outside. 1:05 left in the game. The 3 doesn't go. Minnesota shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
McCollum against DiVincenzo. Outside George. Koulibaly fires. And he does not hit. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Edwards. And they go to the intentional foul.
Koulibaly. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seven-point differential. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Gobert there for the rebound. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
DiVincenzo with it. And so the the Timberwolves take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce,